Hello there everybody, this is Graham, known as the Collector 75. Welcome to another Transformers Generation 1 review. This one is quite a classic from my collection actually. This is Generation 1 Jetfire, and he holds a special place in my heart, probably because he is a great toy. He was one of my favourites, although he was slightly big. I remember when I got him when how old was I? I was about 10. I always remember getting him on Christmas Day. And it always reminds me of EastEnders. I have no idea why. I do know why. It's just one of those weird things, because I remember putting the stickers on him and they were pain. He came in this massive sticker sheet. And I remember, because EastEnders was on at 3 o'clock that day or something, and it was on twice, and it was also on at 10 PM. And I remember watching it at 10 o'clock, trying to put the stickers on this with the worst headache I've ever seen. Or maybe it was on at 7 o'clock. And then I get on at 10. I had the worst headache ever. What was that? Christmas 1985. It's probably the Den and Angie thing. Anyway, doesn't matter about that. Yeah, so Jetfire. He is a fantastic toy. Brilliant. I mean, look at this. You cannot go wrong. Now, the wings on this one. This is not my original Jetfire. My original Jetfire broke in at least one place, may have been more. This is one I managed to get off eBay a while ago. I had such a trouble getting a half decent Jetfire, because everyone I bought was yellowed, and the fact, even though their listings said not yellowed, and I got one in a jiffy bag that was snapped in half because the guy had sent it in a jiffy bag, and so I sent that one back, and then got another one. The pictures didn't look yellowed. It specifically said in the item thing, not yellowed or anything like that. Got it, it was yellow. It was basically what I call a yellow one. So I sent that back and got my money back. And eventually I did get this one. The guy assured me it wasn't yellowed, and I got it, and it was actually pretty damn white. I had some chips around here. I managed to go over a lot of them. You can still see a few there. I don't know if it's going to show up round by that little red sticker. Yeah, I had a few chips, but I went over some of them with what is that? Not Pritt Stick. Is it Pritt Stick? I don't know. You know, the weird stuff that you Tipex. There we go. And that worked pretty well. Anyway, so this is my sign. Yes. So the wings are actually on this one are very loose, because you actually supposed to sort of like just tab them into a certain angle on this little tab just there. I don't know if it's going to show up too well. But that's where it snapped on my original one, and my brother, to be fair to him, did his best to fix it for me. He's super glued all round here on this tab round here, and it always broke off again, but he persevered, kept re-gluing it for me and everything. So, you know, I do take my hat off to my brother for doing that for me. It's got a new set of repro labels on him here. That's why these stickers look absolutely amazing. And it even comes with something I don't remember getting when I was a kid. This one around the cockpit, I don't remember having that one, but it's on the reissues one. Once I finish this review, I'm going to show you some of my other Valkyries that I've got, because obviously this toy again, which I always forget to say at the start of the videos where this original toy come from. This one was released by Bandai, I believe, for their UN Spacey, Macross, whatever you want to call it, Robotech versions. And Hasbro did manage to get the license. Now, you couldn't get this guy in Japan because of Bandai's use of the license over there. He was only released in America and the West and what have you. But it's still a fantastic toy. Right, so this is his jet mode, obviously. This is the basic jet mode. He's a bit loose around it. He is a bit loose because nothing actually tabs in, so it ends up being a bit loose, unfortunately. But that don't matter. And it's great. Now, he does have the visible head syndrome underneath there, but it's supposed to be like that if you look back at the UN Spacey ones. These are supposed to be like some undercarriage guns and everything like that. I think I used to, when I was a kid, try and turn the head round so you couldn't see the front of his head. Other than that, he's alright. Now, the Hasbro versions of these, on these wings, you can see there's a little stopper that stops the wing going there. When I come to my Valkyries that I'm going to show you in a moment, you will notice that they don't have that, nor does one of the other ones that I've got have it. So I think that was just added for the Transformers version. I mean, I could be wrong on that one, but that's every other version I've seen of this toy that isn't made by Hasbro or licensed by Hasbro doesn't have that. So, you know, there's a little novelty there. You could even get some of these ones, the original ones, with the UN Spacey logo on there that Hasbro maybe forgot to take off originally, but they're very rare. I have seen them. Anyway, one other little thing to note on this, the undercarriage. They are pure die cast metal. It's got a lot of die cast on this figure, but these were like knuckle shredders. These were, because what used to happen is you used to put them away like that, and then you would use your thumb and you'd get your fingernail just under there, and you would do it like that. It ain't too bad on this one, on the back one, which is what I've done it on that one. But you come to this front one, and then you tuck that away like that, and then you push this, and clonk, it hits you straight on the knuckle. And every time, I used to hate that. I used to do it all the time. But it's a fond memory that I have of this toy. Right, so anyway, so this has been the basic mode. Now we're going to add some other bits. Now, before I actually do that, he does come with this gun, which is his main gun. And the Japanese one actually has working mechanisms, so you can fire pellets out of it. You're supposed to put it in this somehow. It goes in. And then you can reattach it, though I've never got it to work on this one. You're supposed to be able to reattach it into here, so it's basically you've got the gun, but I can never get it to fit under there like that. I mean, I think it sort of just fits at the front, I think, somehow. I'm not totally sure. Maybe it fits like that somehow. I can't remember exactly. There's a way it fits on, but it never went to go on there too well. But that's because the UN Spacey ones used to have the big gun underneath there. So anyway, right, so actually no, we're going to keep that out. Let's start adding the armour on. Right, so we're going to fold these away now. Fold that up. What have I done with my armour? There it is around the corner around here. Right, so you come to these big rocket boosters. That just easily fits on like that. That's quite a nice easy one. And then we're going to come to these ones. We're going to bend the little leg like that. Can put these little arm ones on. They just easily clip on and clip in, nice and easy. Might have to take these off when I get into robot mode as well to get the hands out. They clip in nice and easy. Now here we're going to have a bit of problem, is getting these leg ones on. They're not hard to get on, they're just a bit finicky. So anyway, right, so you come around here and put these two little clips just around there, and then you have to come holding him very, very firmly. You come around to the back, and he's got two little knobbly bits, and stick them in there. And then just close it all up around it. And then we put the leg back into position, get the other leg out, give that one click, and then, whoa, and that's why I see just one little thing, it falls right bloody over. Because he's very heavy with all the die cast. And these are very light. So you, one heavy thing in one hand, a light thing in another, you sort of become a little disorientated slightly. Because you think, oh yeah, that's right. You apply a bit too much pressure or a bit less pressure in your hands or whatever. Right, so you do that. These are still on likely. Fold that back. And providing I haven't broke him, I drop him like that. Oh no, that bit's come loose there. Oh, bloody hell, there's a bit of nightmare when that happens. There we go, it's clicked back in. And there we have JETFIRE in his armoured up mode. And there he is. Absolutely brilliant. You cannot go wrong with this. This is just fantastic. Now mine is slightly loose on top there, but that just looks absolutely amazing. You cannot go wrong with that. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to show you this at the end now, I'm going to do it right now. I do have another one of my Valkyries that I have. This is a reissue that I bought a very long time ago, about 10 years ago, give or take. And this is a proper one. This is like the UN Spacey one there. It's a proper reissue of a Macross one. I just added the Decepticon logo because I thought this guy looked like a good evil JETFIRE, because he's got sort of like the blue-ish armour on him there. So I thought that was quite good. And I've got about 3 other of these guys. I'll show someone in a minute. But these are good. And I want to also show you, this guy's a lot tighter as well. The joints are really, really good. Another difference between the Hasbro and the Macross one. You can see the nose cone is more angled and sharp, whereas the Hasbro one is more rounded, and they do that a lot in their figures. Because these are probably Japanese. Japanese don't care, maybe, but I suppose Hasbro had a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for, not licensing things, it is what you call it when you have to obey certain laws, toy laws or whatever you're calling them. Right, we're going to stick him over there. Oh yeah, might as well show this now. As you can see, these wings fold all the way forward. There's no little stopper stopping them at that position there. And it's got the little UN Spacey thing on the wing there. So we'll put him over there. Right now then, we're going to transform this guy into robot mode. So the first one we're going to do is put away all the little landing gear. And it goes away like that. Click those in. And like that. You can transform it with all the armour on, which is quite handy. Just going to disconnect that leg out, bring these round, like that, and it does tab nicely into there. Open that little leg out. Now this is where he gets very big, very fast. Some of these dodgy innuendos, I tell you. Anyway, right, so then we open his legs out. Now, as you can see, he's well out of camera now. So what we're going to do is this. So we're going to turn him around. I'm going to angle my camera, if I can do it. Funny new stand I've got here. We're going to angle it up like that. So now you can see what I'm doing up here. Right, now then, these arms should be able to pull out. They're just tabbed in really well. That's it, and they just snap out. I remember when I was a kid doing this, I used to hate doing that. I can't remember if I had my one break there. That might have been the other bit where it broke. So I'm always a bit careful where I do it. And anyway, right, so you swing these out like so, and you put these into the position like that. And now then, we're going to rotate this head up, angle those guns forward. And now I like this bit of the transformation, because now what we're going to do is we're going to angle these boosters up slightly. Bring this section down, which wasn't clicked into place from when I just had it right now. Lift this section up, and this is specifically so you can get the head through, right? So you're going to lift the head up into position, just angle those up slightly. Then with all of this rear assembly, you're going to hold on to it as you bring it down. Bring it down, and you've got to make sure you have enough clearance for the arms. So I don't have that one in the right place. So then we're going to have it like that. And there's a tab just in there, which needs to click into place, providing you get that out right. There we go. Snap this one back. Oh, that don't sound good. Bloody hell. Oh, that don't sound good. And then close that up. Now then we close the back wings up, and then this holds this section straight, which is really good. And now we rotate these up for the head, and we are going to have to take these off, which is a bit annoying, to say the least, because he's got a little tab just here. Now I think on my one it had problems trying to come out, but anyway, we're just going to do this first. Put this one back on, snaps back on around there, rotate his arm, and again we're going to take this off. Now you just got to get in there and get the blooming thing off like that. Oh dear, look at that, it's stiff, that one. Right, take that one out and then stick the armour back on. Oh, and it wants to go back on there. There you go. Right, so that holds on there, and then we can just angle them out. And this is JETFIRE in his robot mode, and it is a cracking robot mode. I'm going to angle this down now. That is probably one of the best robot modes that you got back in G1. He just looks brilliant. The articulation is amazing. The head will look up, bit of up, bit of down, left and right. He's got guns on his head. The arms have articulation everywhere, up and down, outside, that bit there, elbow joint. Doesn't have a hand swivel though, but you don't really need it, not all that. The legs have got articulation coming out their arse. Look at this, you got forward there, knee joints, great. You know, and what I used to do is how I used to do this is you angle one forwards, or one backwards rather, next one forwards like that, and that just gives him a well, as a dynamic as you're going to get, because you've got no ankle tilts and you've got nothing else really, so you can give him like that. And then you take his gun, if I didn't get it out of this bloody bit, and you can put it in this hand, which is moulded to hold it like so, and just stick it in there. And this guy just looks incredible. He is probably the quintessential G1 Transformer that most people want. Is it going to be reissued? Very unlikely. Very ever unlikely. Not just because Hasbro Takara have stopped doing any G1 reissues now. It's all Masterpiece, really, isn't it? There are hardly any encore releases. I don't think I've seen anything like that. Hardly anyone does any G1 re-releases these days. Has it been knocked off? I don't think so. You can probably get the box knocked off, but not the toy. This is just incredible, and even just round to the back, you've got the backpack is as much kibble as you're getting. You can have him as a rope mode without all the armour and everything, but I think it really does lose something in that. Right, so anyway, so now I did say I was going to transform this guy into robot mode for this, but he's not really, because he's got the same head sculpt and everything, so he just looks pretty much the same, but he does look really cool. I might transform into robot mode for the next video, because this is part 1 of a part 2-parter. I'm going to show this guy. This guy is, I think this guy's a knockoff one, because I'll show you the box quickly. Have I got the box here, or did I put it down there? 1 second, let me just go and get the box. Oh, true professionalism at its best. So this is the box. Now it says 3 toy puzzles in 1, Star Force series, and there's nothing going on about UN Spacey or anything like that on this box. Hang on, let's turn around. And on the back, all you got was that big lot of nothing, and we got where to put the stickers and everything like that, and that's it. No Bandai or nothing like that, but you know. But he just looks great. I love him because of the head sculpt. Look at that head sculpt. That is fantastic. Whoa, Jesus Christ, my bloody light just fell down. That is typical Collector 75. Anyway, right, so we're going to manoeuvre that back. And that is a glorious head sculpt. That really is. Let me lift up my camera, actually. That is probably one of the best head sculpts, actually. I actually like that one. Probably more than the one we got with JETFIRE. Again, I put a Decepticon logo on in there. I actually had got some of the repro labels that Evil JETFIRE. Started doing them out, but then I didn't know what to do with these red. I didn't have the heart to go over it. But now it looks a little bit disjointed. So I don't know what I'm going to do there. Right, I'm going to end this video there because I've got 6 seconds left. I'll see you next time in part 2. Bye for now.